Hello, welcome to a day in my life. It is Friday, April 1st. This video has there's no jokes. There's no April Fool's joke. I did post an April Fool's video last year with the help of my editor and of my now husband, Sam. It was a day in the life of Charlie and it was hilarious. It was just supposed to be funny. Some people did not find it as funny as I did. I thought it was hilarious. This video, not a joke, very serious. I mean, you're gonna see it much later than April 1st, but I'm filming it on April 1st. So what I decided to do today was film today's day in the life through the lens of what I love about working for myself. So it has been about 4.5 months. I don't really count November because by the time my last day hit, it was basically Thanksgiving. So really for me, it's been about 4 months since I started working for myself. And while it has been not a regular 4 months, I mean, because we had the holidays and then I got married, it's been amazing. I am so thankful that I was able to make this happen. Truthfully, it was something that was on my dream goals for way down the line, and the fact that I was able to make it happen as quickly as I did is just something I am forever thankful for. And so I'm gonna bring you along today for today's day in the life, which I don't think I've done a Friday in a long time. And throughout the day, I'm gonna share the 5 top reasons why I love working for myself. And I'm kicking it off this morning. I paused my morning routine to kick off the vlog and tell you number 1, which is the ability to change it up. There are just some days that I don't feel like doing what was on the calendar. You know that I love a plan and I love having my year, my quarter, my month, my week, my day all mapped out in advance. But there are just some days that you wake up and you're like, that's not happening today. And I love the ability to really listen to my energy levels, listen to what I would be good at that day. So for example, this day in the life, originally I had scheduled earlier this week. I was gonna do it on a Wednesday. It just felt like it lined up better, especially on Wednesdays when I have my live YouTube chat. That felt like a good behind the scenes in terms of me working for myself. The theme didn't change, but I was gonna do it on Wednesday. And then I woke up Wednesday and I wasn't feeling 100%. I definitely didn't feel like being chatty that day besides the 1 hour I had already scheduled to go live. I was like, I don't want to do any additional filming today. So I looked at my calendar. I was like, all right, let's go ahead and move the day in the life to Friday. And I just really love that flexibility. Working for my corporate job, especially at the level that I was at, there was very little flexibility in going with what my day looked like. My days looked the same a lot of the time, and it was always pretty much set up in advance for me. You know, these are the meetings that you're attending. The project manager would tell me this is, the step in the project that you're working on today. There was not a lot of freedom and flexibility in that. And I don't think I really appreciated that aspect of working for myself until I had it. Now, don't get me wrong. There are days that it's borderline, right? I'm really toying with that borderline of I don't feel like doing things, but do I push through and do them anyways? Or am I really tired or not in the mood for this? And that is something that I'm just working on. And I don't know if I will ever fully have a grasp on that, but that is something that I am incredibly thankful for. And just really, there's the example of how it made my week so much, just fit my energy levels and my life so much better. All right, let's go ahead and get today all planned out. This is my undated Amplify daily planner. I love it. There are things about it I would change, absolutely. The biggest one being the space between the lines. Can't believe it's already April. I just wish the lines were a little bit more spread out, and I don't necessarily need the space at the bottom. I mean, sometimes I find a use for it, but I would rather have all the things spread out. But it's my favorite combination of half-hour time slot, a coil, good paper, and I do like that it's undated. Definitely pros and cons to both dated and undated, but I don't go through it in a whole quarter because there are days that I don't use my daily planner on weekends and when I'm out of town. And so I started this one, let's see. So I actually started this one back in November because sometimes I will switch to a daily planning notepad or one of my other daily planners. And so I'm making this quarterly planner I just realized I smeared that, sad, probably end up being about 5 months or so because I'm a week or so into this last month here. Okay, let's get to this. So starting today off with my morning routine, it is about 7:30 now, and I got up at about 7. So my morning routine will probably take me then until about let's say between 9:30 and 10. It really kind of just varies on how long I spend doing some things and that just the speed at which I operate in the morning. Let me know if you can relate. And then the first thing I need to do, I kind of wish I'd written on that 9:30 line, is prep today's video. I am behind. My editors had that video done for a long time and I could have prepped it days ago. And of course I'm doing it the day it goes live. That is a bad procrastination habit that I have been, that I when I was in charge of editing, I was really bad at it. Like I would be editing it the morning of. At least that's not the case anymore because she's already done that work. But getting like the thumbnail and the description box and all that stuff done, I would love to not procrastinate that till the day of. And then I'm gonna squeeze in my Friday routines and I can talk a little bit more about those when I get there. It usually takes me about 2 hours depending on, again, how fast I'm moving. And then I'm having lunch with a friend at noon. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do my communication for routine for the day right after I'm done having lunch with her. And then I have a bunch of Patreon stuff I need to do this afternoon. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna just draw a big line and then I'm gonna grab one of these Zig dot markers. I love these things. And I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 little dots. I need to update the calendar. I'm gonna add something this month for them. And so I wanna update and resend out the April calendar. I need to do, there's like monthly routine stuff for Patreon. And since it's the first of the month, I need to do those monthly things. And then I need to wrap up the content for April. I need to finish scheduling out the texts and the Facebook posts and the Patreon posts, all the Zoom calls and all of those things. And then this evening I have a happy hour with my dance friends. So that, I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, I'm not looking forward to going all the way to Queens for it, but excited to do that today. Okay. The other thing I've started trying, and this came up in the Lattes with Laken live that was 2 days ago. And then a friend of mine who uses hers very regularly texted me about it. And it is Google Task, where you have the little tasks pop up in the top of your calendar. I'm trying them for recurring tasks because I don't have a good way of keeping track of those. I was having them all as scheduled things on my Google Cal, but I actually think that the system might work better, but I'm still trying it out. So a couple of things that need to happen today. I need to water. Why did I not put the lid on this? I'm all over the place this morning, y'all. Okay, I need to water my plant. That's like a Friday recurring task. And then I also need to pay Amanda, who edits my videos. I do that on the first of the month. I'd love to set up a recurring payment for that, but because of every month is different in terms of the number of videos, depending on how the Mondays, Wednesday, Friday fall, as well as if I'm out of town and I have any extra videos. So unfortunately, it's not an automated update, but that is going to be the plan for today. All right, here is an update on my planner. I'm a little bit behind. It's 11:09. I stopped to have breakfast. I feel like I show you my eggs in every day in the life vlog, but that's what I have for breakfast every day. Finished my AM routine, got the video prepped, and then I actually went ahead and did the Patreon calendar. I just wanted to get that up earlier in the day so those who plan their week on Fridays would have that information because I added something for next week. So again, a little bit behind. I'm still gonna try to finish up my Friday routines before I grab lunch with my friend, but I went ahead and added 3 little dots for each of my 3 Friday routines so that even if I only get 1 or 2 done before I go have lunch, I still can check something off and kind of know where I'm at. And then I went ahead and added down here in the notes section all the things I want to talk about today in the vlog related to what I love about working for myself. So let's get to number 2. All right, my second favorite thing, and these are not in any particular order. The order they're in is how they flow throughout the day, which, by the way, this idea of like doing a vlog with different kind of tips or a list within the vlogs, I totally stole from my friend Justina, who has a YouTube channel. I've talked about her before as a nutrition coach that I've worked with, as well as her awesome fitness classes. She's also a member of the dance company that I joined. We are not in any of the same dances, but I'm so excited to share the stage with her in a month. Oh my gosh, it's show month. It's April finally, and the show is April 30th. Anyways, she does videos like this all the time where she does a vlog style video of her day, but gives tips or talks about a topic throughout the day. And I really enjoy watching them as a consumer of her channel. And so I wanted to give it a go and try it myself. Let me know down in the comments if there are any other topics or ideas, things throughout my day that you'd like to see more of, or I could do this style of video and provide value, provide kind of an insight of some kind while also bringing you along for my day. So anyways, number 2 is similar to number 1, but I'm gonna give you some different examples or some different things that I have implemented, and that is being completely in control of my own schedule. And what I mean here is the actual structure of how I set up my days and my weeks. So the first thing that's important to me is that I do my morning routine every day. And while I would like to say I get up at the same time every day, I definitely do not. Part of that is because of dance, and part of that is just because the night before, what time I go to bed differs. But I always make sure I have that time set aside in the morning to do my morning routine, to get my workout in, and to do the things I know that are gonna start my day off on the right foot. And even if that means I'm starting work a little bit later, it's what's important to me. I used to always feel like I had to get up super early and sacrifice sleep sometimes in order to get in my full morning routine before it was time to start my corporate job. And so having that flexibility in the morning is really important to me. But the other thing about my mornings too is that is my best working brain. Like that is when I am the best at doing things that are difficult for me or require a little bit more creativity or more just things that are not normally energizing for me. And so I have to reserve that time. Because of that, I don't take any calls. I don't schedule any one-on-one calls until at least noon. That is just something that I have implemented. It works really well for me. My energy levels in the afternoon match what I need to talk to people. As a natural extrovert, like it just works for me to have my calls in the afternoon. And I'm really thankful that I'm able to set my day up that way. Another piece of being in control of my schedule that I'm really still trying to implement, but it's been very difficult with the wedding and everything else that I've had going on, is working only a half a day on Fridays, or at least giving myself the option to do that. Now, you saw the planner. I'm actually working the full day today, but that's also because I'm planning to take the full day off next Friday. So I'm just trying to be thoughtful about how much I work. You see all of those memes about like, I quit my 9 to 5 to work 24/7. And I don't want that. That's not why I quit my 9 to 5. I didn't do that to then continue to work a ton of hours. Do I sometimes work in the evenings and on the weekends? Yes, but I'm usually offsetting that by taking a break during the week at some point and just trying to really balance out how much I am working and prioritizing when I need to prioritize. Today, it doesn't impact me all that much to work a full day, but next Friday we're traveling. And so I want to be able to take the whole day off and not have to worry about trying to squeeze things in around our travels. And then of course, the last piece about being in control of my schedule is really the freedom to do things in the middle of the day if I want to do them. So whether that's going to the grocery store, running errands, or like today, going to have lunch with my friend. Now, it wasn't like I couldn't go have lunch with my friends or my coworkers when I was working my corporate job, but I definitely always felt that guilt being away from my desk and was always like trying to have the fastest lunch possible to be able to get back to my desk. And it was almost worse when I was working from home. Like I would feel guilty leaving my apartment to go have lunch with a friend in the middle of the day. And I love that I have that ability. I can meet her wherever we need to meet that works best for her office. I can not worry about having to rush back. Do I have things I want to get done this afternoon? Absolutely. But it's not the guilt of needing to rush back and end lunch with my friend. All right, the third thing I love about working for myself is being able to work anywhere, obviously. Like I feel like that's something that a lot of people are benefiting from recently, given everything that's been going on. A lot of people working from home, being able to work wherever. But like I just spent the last few hours at a coffee shop with my friend, Lisa. By the way, I'm gonna leave her Etsy shop link down below because it's awesome. And we just like spent a few hours just like working in a coffee shop, and it's so nice to have a change of scenery and to be able to like hang out with a friend and get work done at the same time. Like yeah, we were productive and then we would chat a little bit and it was just super nice. I am still trying to figure out the balance though between like not working at home when I'm out of town. Like it was a lot easier when I was working my corporate job to be like, I'm on vacation, I'm not working. When I have the ability to work wherever I want, it's hard to cut myself off. Like even my mom was asking when I'm coming to visit, she was like, are you gonna be working or are you gonna be taking that time off? Because it's not a given when I work for myself that I'm gonna take those days as actual vacation time. So I'm still trying to figure out that balance, but for sure being able to like pick up and go work somewhere else, whether it's a coffee shop or with a friend, is like one of my favorite things. All right, got home from the coffee shop, and this is what my planner is looking like. I did not get one of my Friday routines done. It was the digital declutter. I have really been struggling with that one because the other two routines can only happen like on Fridays, really. The digital declutter one can happen anytime, and I always end up not wanting to do it on Fridays. So what I went ahead and did in my Google Cal was move it to Mondays. So I'm changing my Friday routines to be just those two, and I'm gonna do the digital declutter on Mondays. that's just what's gonna work best for me. And then I got through most of the Patreon. I have a couple things left to finish up in terms of the Patreon content tomorrow, but not a big deal. And then I will start getting ready for the happy hour. I'm probably gonna make a smoothie before I go. I'll show you that. But I wanna talk about the fourth thing that I love about working for myself, and that is the amount of time that I have to focus on the business. A lot of the stuff I did today was more like routine kind of maintenance stuff. None of it was really new, exciting, additional things. And truthfully, with the wedding, I haven't had a ton of extra time to do some of those fun, exciting things. And part of it, I think, is I've been struggling how to organize it. And so I'm trying a new system. I got this idea from Sarah at Heart Breathings, where she used like normally manila folders. I ordered white ones from Amazon to do her Kanban board, but do it traveling. So I thought I would try this with sticky notes for the business. So what I did was I created a folder for each like area or aspect of my business. I feel like I'm missing one. So I have coaching, email marketing, Instagram, YouTube, merch, like CEO type work analysis, and then Patreon. And then on the inside of each one, I have two sections. I have ongoing tasks, and then I have one-time tasks. And I did it all in sticky notes because my thought was I was gonna take these one-time tasks and add them to my weekly calendar each week. But I don't know why I have the ongoing task on sticky notes too. I guess I could do the same thing. But so for each one, I have what are the ongoing things. And before working for myself, this is all I basically had time for was, and any of these things in the ongoing section. And even then it was definitely scaled back in terms of when I could do it or how many I could take on, etc. And then now that I have the time, it's all of these one-time things that I want to do for all of these areas. They all have like 3 or 4 different one-time things that I want to get to hopefully this year. That would be my like dream state, is that I would get to all these one-time things at some point this year. I'm not going to show you all of them because some of them are secrets, things that I'm working on behind the scenes. But I don't know. I don't know if the system is going to work for me. I tried doing it in my Golden Coil planner. I have since realized that that does not work for me. I tried doing it digitally and that didn't really work for me either. So I'm trying this. We'll see how it goes. Let's be honest, I'll probably change my mind in like a month. That's my current setup of the things that I want to do in my business now that I have lots of extra time. All right, I'm headed out. It's finally like feeling a little bit like spring, where all I need is my leather jacket. I tried that last weekend and basically froze, but it was my birthday, and so I was like, I don't care, I'm just gonna be cold. But headed to the happy hour, headed to actually pick up my friend so we can go over there together. And I wanted to close out with the last reason, the 5th reason that I love working for myself. And truthfully, it's just that it makes me happy. Like I feel like I'm a different person than I was 4 months ago. I'm just in a much better place, and I'm just a much happier person. And it doesn't mean that I don't like, there's things about my job that I don't like, or there's times that I feel uninspired. Like, it happens, but overall I'm in a much better place than I was when I was working at my corporate job. And like, well, my ultimate dream also is for me not to work like evenings and weekends. Sometimes it happens. Like, I made a list today of things that I want to get done this weekend, and some of them are work related, but I'm not dreading it. Whereas like, there were times that I would work my corporate job and then have all these things I needed to do on the weekend, and I would be really not excited about it, and I would almost dread some of those things. And it's just a very different feeling now. So I am gonna go enjoy happy hour in the evening with my friends and go ahead and close out this video here. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know why the focus is not working today. Oops. My current setup, that sounded weird.